Force 13 Live, my name's Nathan Foy, hello, this is the third hour of our live continuing coverage. The time is 8 PM UTC and we're tracking Category 5 Cyclone Winston, which is about to strike Fiji and could do so at peak intensity, regardless of what intensity it does strike Fiji at. It's going to be one of the worst storms for the island nation in years. Let's go over to our Skype team. Let me just fade them up before you get to see them, if you're watching us for the first time. We're showing the International Space Station imagery. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Yes, the ISS is passing
Nathan.
over Winston right now, so that's why it's showing ISS imagery.
Mm-hmm. We're not seeing much of it.
No, they're controlling the camera, so they must switch to where we can see Winston. Not sure at the moment.
David, were you going to say something?
Hi to our viewers. Good to be involved in the live streaming, and we'll be here until it makes landfall. But unfortunately, as I said earlier, it's just not good. I'm hoping that it will reflect, adopt a, west-northwest direction. But the wind factor, and I haven't checked the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's advisory. I do have their chart, but we're just looking at the ISS for wave height. When
They
I
haven't updated yet, but they
have.
That one. No, that one is outdated. So,
what was the wave height when I last saw it? It was 30
38
feet.
feet. 38 was the wave.
38.
38 feet.
It increased.
And unfortunately, it looks like storm surge is going to be a factor. Because if I remember, I mentioned high tide was about 5 PM.
Oh, that is significant.
That is indeed.
Is Tim Peake still on the ISS?
Yes.
I believe so.
He's still here.
I'm not sure.
Is the ISS just about to fly over Winston?
Yeah, it's done that now. The one Dave is looking at is the north camera, which is facing away from Winston.
I'm sure someone will have taken photos.
Jason.
Yeah.
I'd be flabbergasted if not.
Yeah.
But then again, Patricia, anyone?
Yeah,
Flew over it and didn't take any pictures, I don't think. Was it
No,
Patricia?
I didn't
Jason-
take a photo.
Sorry.
After landfall, they did.
And Jason, can you send me the link for camera 1? Am I on camera 1?
I think camera 1 you are on. He is recording camera 2. Is he? Yeah, he is.
We will bring it to you whenever we get hold of it.
Yeah, I think it's too late right now because it's passed over Winston now, so we can't see it.
Okay, Jason, how long before Winston gets over, ISS gets over Winston?
Winston gets over the ISS.
Yeah, sorry,
Right now. I think wait, I'm gonna look at the location. ISS tracker.
I think
Nathan,
that's it.
It's about to. It's just around New Zealand right now, so it's not too late. It's actually.
hang on, sorry guys, but I've just got to stop the screen share for a minute because I'm going to do this for Jason. So just give me a minute because I've got to open up other software.
I think that's Winston at the horizon on the.
Yeah. From where we just saw it there. It was on the.
Oh my god.
Do you want me to screen share the ISS?
Do that. Do that if you can.
If you don't mind, please, because I've got to I've got to
do
open
that.
up other software.
On the
Yeah, can you
camera.
guys see my screen share? Yes.
Yes, we got it. I think
Is
it's
that the
actually
same?
better resolution. It is still the same camera though.
No, it isn't. That's what camera. Wait. 2. Oh, that's the camera one. Sorry. Okay.
Well, I've got a question for Daniel. Well, it's mainly a point of view.
Breaking
So to
news. The ISS is about to fly over Winston. It's
We
just
knew
coming over
that.
the horizon on the left.
Craig,
Michael,
go ahead.
we know this.
Craig, go ahead.
Daniel, I don't know whether you have a guess on what you think Winston will possibly cause and possibly do, when he's approaching Fiji as a Category 5. I don't know whether you'd
Well, is it
think would happen?
predicted to hit head on, or is it?
It's been predicted to slam head on.
Oh God. Could I possibly look up some? Well, will it be too early to look up news articles?
Yeah.
could try.
Do that.
Yeah.
Have a look at.
Well, the main
Fiji
focus of the
Times.
news at this point will probably be how people are preparing for the storm, and then it's what people have witnessed during the storm, and then the aftermath.
Okay.
I expect that most articles will still be about the preparation at this point.
Yeah, I'll have a look anyway.
That's fine as well, Daniel. That's fine as well.
Oh, this
Okay.
screenshot is good.
Any article on Winston
Hey, guys.
preparation at all?
Yeah.
I will be right back. You see my
Oh.
see my message.
Right. No screenshot.
Winston, right over the horizon there. I think Michael's left his screen share on, David. He hasn't.
No,
Oh.
it did not.
Yeah, it's alright.
Cancelled it,
I've
it's
got
gone.
to do this for
Okay.
Jason. So
This is Force 13 Live. If you just joined us, Winston is a Category 5 storm with winds of 165 miles per hour and a pressure of 914 millibars estimated. The storm is expected to hit Fiji. Well, it is already over some of the islands of Fiji, but the main northern island of Vanuatu is which is expected to be hit in around 6 hours or possibly less, depending on what goes on. There is still a possibility that it will pass in between Fiji's two main islands. I'm not sure whether that would be good or bad, given the little other choices that we seem to have at this moment in time. I think it might end up being a good thing, as the storm would weaken and not affect as many places, but I don't know. Obviously the best case scenario is that the storm miraculously weakens rapidly right now, but that is somewhat of a dream. Guys, who would like to go next?
I would like to say to the team, don't post anything in Skype, because I'm doing this for Jason, and the message pops up and I get that little box on the right hand corner say if we could just hold back from posting in the room,
David, I
it'll
don't
be
know.
appreciated.
Okay.
I don't know whether,
Right?
if you put yourself on the Do Not Disturb, I don't know whether it comes up with that box at all.
No, I can't do it now because
Yeah. It'll only be for a few minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're looking at the live and the ISS, and boy, wouldn't it be good to be up there looking down on the Earth and Winston.
I am jealous of them.
You could look up and have one of the best views of the stars, probably.
And the planet.
Yes, that's very true. Star watching,
Stargazing.
but no, it's
I think they will be
Stargazing
shivering.
in style. That's what I'd say. Is it stargazing but in style?
I guess.
I think they will be shivering right now seeing Winston.
Who will be?
ISS people there.
Oh yeah. It's not the first Category 5. Obviously, they've flown over.
It's true, they've flown
Yeah.
over many.
Yep.
Or probably almost
Oh.
every Cat 5 since 2000.
Yeah.
so Winston is now another one that'll go into the old history book, especially for the
Yep.
South Pacific.
Well, Winston has broken one record so far.
One record.
In how it's become a Category 3 on 3 occasions in the South Pacific. No storm's ever done that before. Though one did come close in early 1999. Couldn't manage it the third time round, only got the Cat 2.
And Winston's got a long way to go yet. It's not going to disappear.
Oh.
And Craig and I were looking at how much area Winston's affecting, and
he's affecting quite a big area.
yes,
The
and
whole of
he
Fiji
might
under
even,
warnings.
he actually might pull into him the ex-tropical cyclone that we saw in the Coral Sea, and while we're viewing
The end of its
the
name?
ISS, it's tracking into the
Yeah.
Solomon Sea.
And
It's about-
just for those who can't remember, well, who may not have known what the ex-tropical cyclone David is referring to, it's in the Coral Sea, just to remind those of the name, it's ex-tropical cyclone Tatiana. It looked a bit tatty.
You had to throw in the comment, didn't you?
Oh yes, I did. Oh, the
Even
door!
though
Oh,
we're
come on,
alive.
the door was open. Come on, I passed that up a mill.
Oh my
Um,
goodness. Wow. I'm looking at camera 2
Oh,
right
look at
now
the
and you can
cloud
see it
now.
right. I can see on camera 2 and I can see the eye.
Where is
We
camera
will
2?
show that at some point.
Where's the link for camera 2?
Whenever we
I think
get
Jason posted that.
There's camera 1 at the moment looking the other way.
Yeah, camera 1. Jason's got camera 2. Oh, look at it. Look at the
we will
cloud.
showcase camera 2. Hopefully.
Oh yes.
Oh, look at the eye. Jason, is that
Craig
definitely
sounded
the
very
eye?
pleased.
I probably can't speak right now because he's recording.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Jason's saying he's hoping that they'll move the camera around.
I hope they did.
13
Oh,
minutes
this-
past 8 UTC in the evening, 8 in the morning in Fiji, and we're waking up to the possibility of a Category 5 landfall over there later on today. David.
And over here on the east coast of Australia, in the city of Brisbane, it is 6:15 EST.
Did you speak about the weather in your place today? What is it? What's the forecast?
We're looking out the window. It's cloudy, not
Oh,
much
that's how you
wind.
do your forecasting now, is it?
I can't bring it.
old-fashioned
I
way.
can't bring it up. Nathan, I'll come back to it.
Looking
I'll
out the
come
window.
back to it when I finish
There's
this.
a big cloud over there. It might rain.
Yeah, we've got hardly anything, but
Oh.
over
fine,
here
man.
with our
That's fine.
summer storms, you just can't ignore the warnings. And I think some of it went into the record books last night.
All right.
Intensity, I think it's 130 millimeters in about an hour.
Yeah, by the way, whilst I've got this in my mind, I just want to give a mention to Force 13's 24-hour live streaming service. Now, it's technically what you're watching right now, but we haven't been running 24/7 very much. What we are doing, though, is relaunching that service, and that will be on February 26th, with plenty of different types of various stuff to feast your eyes on a 24/7 basis. Almost there will be some down times, but they will be rather few and far between. What we are looking for right now, though, is people to help out with that project. If you have any particular video content, anything that you would like us to promote, to give you a platform for, then that would be sort of mutual help, I suppose, really, because we're always looking for content to put on the live streams as well. And particularly if it's weather related. So if you've filmed, doesn't have to be a cyclone. If it's a thunderstorm, if it's wind, if it's rain,
tornado.
a sunny day even, who knows? If there's something interesting about it, then we'd love to hear from you. Use the usual means to get in touch about that or any other ideas that you may well have for us on our new live streaming service revamp. Craig, did you want to say something?
No.
Not
You can
really.
say no.
Yeah.
I
Just
thought
also just to add out here,
Go on.
you know, Winston is a very dangerous system, very dangerous cyclone. Anyone who is being able to watch this from Fiji, any of the islands of Fiji, please heed the warnings. This is not a laughing matter. That you are dealing with a Category 5 cyclone with winds of 165 miles per hour and an air pressure which is estimated at 914 millibars. We don't know whether the storm could get any stronger. I'm not ruling out any more intensification because I think it's possible. It is very, very possible and very likely as well. Same thing. But the forecast, the future track, is that some of the models are now saying if he makes landfall on the big island of Fiji and gets into the strait between Fiji and Vanuatu, that he's not finished. Then that it'll re-deepen. Well, re-deepen. That it'll deepen again and become a Category 5 again, according to some of the models. And then that's where it's uncertain because we don't know after that where he's gonna go. And you know, some questionable guessing game yet again. That's the sort of game that Winston's been playing for some time. Man likes to play the guessing game with us. He's doing a lot of Storm Tracker's heads in because he's not really giving us a decent, sort of lookout. But then again, it's a tropical cyclone. They are unpredictable and where they're gonna go because, as we all know, they can go one way and then go the next. Go there the next minute.
Is that the storm there now on the screen? What is that?
No, it's,
Oh.
I can confirm also as of the
Yeah, it might be
1930 UTC that the eye was directly overhead the Palau Island. That's the more smaller islands to the east of the mainland of Fiji. So it was directly overhead. So they're now getting the eastern side of the cyclone.
I see.
I know.
Is Daniel still here?
yes, he's looking at the news.
Lurking about
Daniel.
somewhere.
Yeah, Daniel. He's probably looking.
Looking
for the
update on
news.
ADT
Hey, maybe
for
fell
Winston
asleep.
saying that the weakening flag is on.
Well, that could be
what have
some
you been
welcome
smoking?
news.
It doesn't look
Hope
like
so.
they've been weakening. I know this is optimism.
I'm going to check out the
It
latest
won't like
photo
weakening to
imagery
me.
because I've not looked at that for some time.
I'm back, guys.
It doesn't look like weakening to me, unfortunately. I like their optimism, keeping bright by saying that.
Craig, I'm back.
Yeah, we
You
heard.
heard that, Mike?
Yeah, they got that one. Oh.
ISS over the EPAC now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
looking
it's
interesting
fast.
what's going on with the storm right now. It's not looking as... It sort of appears to be producing maybe an inner eye wall of sorts.
Hey, guys.
It is
Hello.
what Michael was pointing out not long ago. I don't think it's an EWRC just yet, an eye wall placement cycle, but
Flash the cat.
something Oh, Flash the Cat is
Yeah.
here.
Flash the Cat has made his cameo appearance.
Flash the Cat.
And
Beautiful.
he is like, put me down, you
But
so-and-so.
something is happening in the eye wall of Winston right now. I encourage you guys to check it out and screen share it if possible, if I'm unable to.
Well, I'm looking at microwave imagery. Ah, that needs to
Take
update.
a look at the RB top, is what I had to say.
I'll put the RB top on because I've got all the satellite images up.
Please do.
I'm not seeing anything like that
Here
at
is
the
the
moment.
RB top.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that at the moment of the eye wall, but what I am seeing is the minus 80
Oh, where have we gone, Michael?
cloud
Oh,
top
there you go.
I don't
was.
see anything.
Not a replacement cycle, but
I can see the minus 80 cloud tops, which is colored in
why on earth
grey,
is Michael's
breaking up a bit.
now Skype has glitched out even more? Look, there's a big F-15 flag over the storm. Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
There we
my.
are.
Hello.
Michael, what do you think of that?
Right now I'm just concentrating on stroking my cat. No, no. It's looking very good actually.
Was that
I
those
think Flash
last
thinks
frames?
so as well.
Last frame or two.
Yeah, I think in an eye wall's developing, possibly. I think a ERC could be taking place.
Could you click on that link Jason posted? Because that is a very zoomed in picture. You can see a bit more clearly.
Which one? Is
Yeah,
it the last
the
one?
one-
posted?
The frame
The
rate on
one-
your screen share is very poor, it
Does-
seems as well, isn't it?
It doesn't look like an eye wall
No,
replacement.
the one Jason posted in the live room.
If it's to be an eye wall replacement, it is a very uneven second
Yeah.
eye wall that is trying to form.
When you said Ireland is right in the eye. Can you see that? Yeah, that one.
Ow, Flash.
Oh, here we are.
See.
Okay, so
There we go. I'm not seeing that at the moment. It's not.
could you
anything
make
else?
could you
What
make
one?
that bigger?
What one was it? You're saying about Jesper?
Yeah, you can see the eye there.
Doesn't look like an eye wall replacement.
Could you
No,
maximise
that's-
that window there, Michael,
Yeah, do that.
so we can see more of the storm
Maximize.
there? Because we don't really have the full picture.
Yeah, maximize it.
Oh, there we are. Finally got that.
Yeah, I'm not. You can see the
The
island
main
there, by the way.
island,
It's
the main
right
island
there.
of Fiji is in my crosshair. If you can see there,
Yeah.
the crosshair that is the main island of Fiji.
But it does look like that the storm is, if it's not a double eye wall, it's a double strong point of the storm.
I could see a double
And
strike.
now Michael's playing the animation, you can see how it's developed recently.
I think that's a double strong point. Jesus, and
For
that's
lack of
not
a
good.
better terminology.
I don't. That's
can-
not good either.
You can see the plus sign there and the minus. Jason wants you to. You can use that to zoom in a bit. If you look at the latest one, the
Daniel,
1920 UTC.
Yes.
what's so funny?
Oh, it's a silly dog. It keeps wanting to come in the room
Now
and
it's
scratch the door. I have to
dogs. Cats and dogs.
sit down
Oh
now.
Good lord.
God.
David, what do you have any remarks on what that storm looks like in those latest frames? What's your take?
Craig and I thought, did a comparison between Winston, High-End, and Pam.
Hmm.
Yeah, we did it live. But do you think
Yeah.
that double area looks rather interesting? The double bands of pink near the centre.
I highly doubt that's an eye wall replacement.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
if
Craig.
you can
look
go over, if you go
in
over
between
the,
those
yeah,
pink areas, it's getting weaker.
Hmm.
Well, if Michael would like to stop his screen share, I'll open mine and I'll,
You can just steal it, you know.
I've zoomed in.
David, go ahead and project.
Alright.
Because he doesn't need to stop it, really.
You can just whack screen shares and it'll come up with yours and shut off mine.
Yeah.
Basically. Here's what Dave is about to
I
show
know
us.
this is a
There we
bit
go.
unrelated. Went out and did some more filming for my M Trains YouTube channel.
Oh,
Went out, got some crossing videos.
I see.
Okay. Now, Nathan, would you like to? You can see. It's. Well, we've got green.
Green.
Is it?
That's an
There
eye
it
wall.
is.
That's your eye wall.
You
Oh,
got
I'm
the
I'm
black.
struggling to see what the guide to the colours is at the bottom there. What is that representing, the pink areas?
I have no
The
idea.
pink
That's
is
in-
what? Minus, sorry, 184, Jasper. You can help.
No, that's in Kelvin.
In Kelvin. Oh.
But
That's
I
one thing
think,
I do not know how to convert.
I think the purple, or the pink, sorry, is minus 80.
Minus 80, that would make sense.
What?
Mm.
And the yellow.
It's
Well, there's-
90, maybe. Yeah, it's minus 90.
Might be higher than that.
Share the photo. Share the photo Jason posted. You can see it passed directly over.
Oh, just hang on, guys. On.
There. Yeah, you can see the island was right overhead.
Ah, there's the picture. Over one of those islands.
Yeah. So they're
It's
seeing
almost
this.
a
They,
boomerang
so they
shape.
saw. Yeah. So they saw clear clouds and.
Jason,
blue
how's
blue
that,
sky. There you go. So.
Oh, right over venue, yeah, Beluga Island.
Yeah, Benue, Beluga.
Yeah.
Balavu. Yeah, that's directly over. So the eyeball is circular, so not an eyeball replacement. That's no,
Not yet, in any case.
not yet.
I'm not convinced at all that it's an eye wall replacement.
Well, something's going on, and
Something is going on.
We need
right
to
now.
know what. I think the next frames will tell, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the eye's growing. No.
Hank and John would like an invite.
Nah, it's sheeping. Holy Christ.
Let's see.
What's gone wrong here? Ah.
Now, this is the chart from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center.
Hello.
So there-
I've arrived.
That's the
There we
sound
go.
of John.
Yes.
Hello. I haven't heard your voice in a while, Nathan.
Ah.
He's
Likewise.
been busy and also been on vacation.
And
True.
ditto.
Oh.
Ditto.
Yes. John, tell us what your thoughts.
Well, I just woke up from a nap, so I gotta see if the latest advisory from the JTWC is out. Oh,
Category
it is.
5 hurricane is a Category 5 cyclone.
And I have the new forecast track out, and it's to miss
Ooh.
Fiji and peak at 160 knots.
Oh.
Oh my.
And scuff the southern island, well, the second big island of Fiji as a category.
Oh, it's
Just,
165. Oh, God.
Guys, just to recap
So,
now, I'm
I
just going to
just-
steal the...
Well,
I
just
just
gonna steal
woke
the
up
screen
to a
share back.
significantly...
Just
Right,
put it-
one at a time.
Hang on,
Oh,
I'm just going to quickly. I'm just going to quickly interject here. Just to say just to recap on the latest updates. Winston is currently located at 17.2 degrees south, 178.9 degrees west. Currently with winds of 165 miles per hour, Category 5 on the Saffir-Simpson scale, also Category 5 in the Australian scale. Pressure is 914 millibars. And also it's saying for wind speed, if you guys work in old money, I believe it is 230 kilometers per hour,
Not old
or
to some people.
145 knots.
I just
not-
want to say that the
I just woke
JTWC
up-
forecast calls for the storm to peak at 185 miles per hour in the next 12 hours.
I
Okay.
just woke up to
High
a significantly
40 feet.
strong system.
I'm just showing you now the latest radar imagery, I believe, that has come through from. I'm just going to refresh that, see if there's a more up-to-date animation through. I'll reload those and let those load. Just go through the model ones quickly. The latest one I believe we have is 12 Zulu. I don't believe the 18 Zulu has come out yet. But this is the model run for the GFS for the next 384 hours. It does actually have Winston possibly a secondary peak as it starts to clear away from Fiji. It does look as though there could be a secondary peak. I'll let the animation go through once again, and
Yeah,
you
the
see
HW.
Winston pretty much dissipated by around about 300 hours, give or take. It does head towards Australia, but look, watch here. It does go down to like 902, so it could possibly be looking as a secondary peak, possibly as a strong category 4, maybe even another Cat 5 peak as well. That was as of 12 Zulu, so all
Well,
the
if you
models.
go onto a simulated IR satellite, Michael, that should tell you the story.
Excuse me? Can I talk?
Yes, John, go ahead. He deserves a talk.
I just woken up to a significantly stronger system. I mean, this
Yeah.
morning, I mean, that is, a 20-mile-per-hour jump.
These things happen.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Patricia, because I went to sleep the night before, and Patricia was a Category 1 hurricane. I woke up in the morning to find Patricia at 185.
That's a huge jump. That's a 100-mile-per-hour jump, isn't it?
More than that.
110.
So it was 75 miles an hour when I went to sleep.
110.
110.
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
huge jump.
But Patricia did intensify alarmingly quickly.
Yes, it did.
I'd like someone to please show Jason's latest image that he's posted in the chat room.
Yeah.
Okay, I will show that because I've got the screen share on.
David,
As
go
of
ahead.
2020, as of 2020 UTC, that picture.
Lol.
Should we show this picture that he's put? This one?
Yeah,
the
the
bottom
visible, the visible.
David, did
Cloud-
you say
clouds-
anything?
Not for the time being.
Okay. No,
Cloud
this
tops
latest
are
picture.
pushing. Cloud tops are pushing negative 90 almost.
At some spots.
They were pushing minus 100.
Yeah.
They
when
were
it was
pushing minus
developing.
100.
When it was developing, not right now though. I mean, the
That was a few days
coldest
ago.
cloud tops can occur in weaker storms. The record holder was a 60-mile-an-hour storm, which had minus 107-degree cloud tops in 1990. Remarkable. Anyway, here's Winston, and how close it is in proximity to the main islands now.
Yeah.
I mean, oh god, that looks
I think it's
like
going
it's
to whack.
passed over a few islands.
Guys,
Hmm.
I think it's going to whack north a bit, make landfall on the northernmost island.
Yes, it looks that way. And I think it still looks somewhat Andrew-like as well.
Yeah. Still
I
think
mean,
so as
it's
well.
still got some
Hey
annular
guys,
characteristics.
here's the guess the storm.
Hmm.
Guess what it is?
Michael?
Not right now. Michael.
Cyclone
not a
Winston.
joke.
Okay.
It's not a joking
Okay,
matter.
I won't, okay.
Before you
I'm
click
just
off
trying
from
to
that
write-
image,
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still looking at this system, and it's giving me a few flags. Is it still kind of annular? I mean, it's still looking, you know,
I think it's starting to lose those characteristics a bit.
yeah. Yeah, but still. That's still a very strong system. I mean, I could see the bubbling cloud tops on the satellite there, and I can also see as well the circulation is very, very defined.
Yeah.
I mean, that almost looks like Hyan's kind of inner core to me, but a little bit cool, a little bit warmer in terms of cloud tops.
Yeah.
Okay, the latest from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center Advisory number 7. It's located 164 nautical miles northeast of
That's
Suva.
the latest picture of the storm as well. I can use my phone.
Tracking westward at 13 knots. The eye is 15 nautical miles. Maintenance of deep convection over the past 6 hours. The initial intensity is assessed at 145 knots. Winston remains in a favourable environment with strong radial outflow, 10 to 15 knots vertical wind shear. Sea surface temperature is over 31 Celsius.
What?
Sea surface temperature is above 31 Celsius. It's currently tracking
It will probably
westward.
rise because of those shallow
Yep.
waters near Fiji, yeah.
It's tracking westward under the influence of a deep layer subtropical ridge to the south by 36 hours. Then Winston will begin slowly becoming near stationary before turning more sharply towards the south after 48 hours in response to the weakening of the steering wedge. And that has been a major factor in his life. The steering wedges has been phenomenal, and I've never seen a system that's had so many steering wedges. Development of an upper level cut off low to the southwest. And Winston is expected to continue to deepen over the next 12 hours. As upper level conditions and Craig, Michael, sea surface temperature remains extremely favourable, peaking at 160 knots. Michael,
Hello.
prior to landfall along the east coast of the northern Fiji Islands. So Winston is to deepen, become near stationary, and wave height is 40 feet.
As soon as the JTWC track map comes out, we'll let you know what it
Well,
looks
actually,
like.
guys,
Michael, go ahead.
It has come out.
Just to say as well, I'm just filtering through the
Please show it.
satellite images to show people. But look at the Dvorak and AVN. Does look as though that the storm could be weakening slightly.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen. I want to wait another hour to see exactly what's going on there. With interesting developments in the eye walls.
But Michael, joined
Hi guys.
Oh, that's
Hello.
the voice of Cesar.
Caesar,
Yes.
welcome to the live stream, my friend.
Thank you guys.
It does seem.
I
It
just
does seem.
came. I just got to my home.
Michael, give other
Does-
people a go.
it-
Michael.
I was just commenting on the satellite images.
Michael,
Yeah, you did it.
Okay.
Could someone show us the latest JTWC track map on the screen share?
I
can
wish
show
my
that,
screen
Michael.
share doesn't seem to want to work.
Yeah, so
I'll bring it
Very,
up.
very unfortunate.
There you go, Nathan.
Ah, there it is. So,
Well, actually, it has a Z update,
yes, so
and it
we
does have
Oh,
160
we
knots.
see that.
Jesper said that.
So,
Yes,
185 miles an hour on the southern tip of Vanuatu, and the storm to continue towards the west and retain Category 4 intensity whilst it stalls off the coast of Fiji and then dives towards the south. But will it go? Or will it be forced north yet again? Doesn't
This year.
appear as that will happen this time.
but the GFS is saying it's when it goes down south there, it continue.
Go to the west.
Yeah, a bit to the west and then a bit north. We'll see.
Didn't go north
Hey,
much
wait.
though in the end. forecast there. David,
Yeah, maybe New Zealand will have it.
maybe.
Anyway, go on, David.
Well, looking at the modelling, Jasper, it looks like it's going to take a southward track, then come back up towards Australia. But what we should be focusing on is the latest JTWC chart and how the warning area is now creeping towards Port Vila.
That's not
Creeping,
what.
I don't think it will get there.
Just want to say that the CMC, I know the CMC isn't that reliable, but I just want to say it. The CMC also takes it behind to the westward side of Fiji, and then stalls, and then curves directly to Tonga, the main island.
Mm. By the looks of that,
Hello?
Hi, Daniel.
by the
Yeah,
looks of that, no.
I think I might
Sorry,
head off
Daniel.
because I've missed. I think I might head off because I've missed quite a lot. And
Well, it's still relevant.
It's
Is
not.
there anything you want to say?
Yeah.
uh,
Sorry, we missed the whole of that because
I-
there's some
the
interference.
connection's bad.
That's the latest JDWC.
I found
chat,
some-
by the way.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, your connection is bad.
We are hearing you.
I've-
but-
Oh.
I did
Okay,
find
Daniel.
something, but it's not like it's going to be much use.
No. Okay.
It's. I'll go then.
Well, you can
Bye.
stick around, but you
I
Do
know.
we really want to?
Come back later.
Hey
Okay.
guys,
Bye.
All right then.
I've just put on
See you
the
later.
ECMWF model, the latest model run. Has Winston pretty much going directly south and dying off? It does have a new
Yeah.
system forming as well, if you see there.
Yeah, it's a 40 hours out, I see there.
Mm.
Mm.
Also, just looking at a closer view of the
Ah.
track map, well, the track for Winston, and it's not looking good for the southern tip of the smaller island, the second biggest island of Fiji, and I'm afraid right on the tip, the center is to drive the eyes to drive right over them. If you're in that area, please start preparing immediately. Well, wait, don't start preparing because I hope you are prepared, because it's too late now.
To begin.
You're already getting the influence and starting to already see effects from the cyclone. You're probably seeing around tropical storm force winds, encroaching maybe on Category 1 hurricane force. You gotta start preparing. Well, don't start preparing. Please, take cover, stay away from all doors and windows, and hope for the best.
We
That's-
haven't introduced Cesar yet, so hello.
Yes, let's do
Cesar.
Yeah, hi guys, how are you?
We're fine.
Yeah.
I think we are.
Well,
How are you?
actually, yes, we are. Well, I'm just arriving home, very tired, but I'm actually paying a lot of attention about this cyclone, Winston. And we never saw anything like that before. Cyclone affecting directly Fiji and such a kind of intensity, and with a possibility to intensify more before it's made landfall in the next hours.
Is this a camera?
Well, it sort of already has made landfall on one of the very
Yeah.
small islands.
Well,
AET
I
update.
mean the
We get
the
you.
big island of Fiji. I don't know.
Main islands, yeah.
Does
is
it
that-
remind anyone of Hurricane Wilma and how the whole island of Cozumel was in the eye of Wilma?
Yes,
Sort
the eye of Wilma was bigger than the whole island of Cozumel,
Yeah.
and there were the 5 hours of nightmares of that people because first feeling that kind of power of the storm, and then 5 hours of total peace, and then the other side of the storm again arriving with Category 4, Category 5 winds.
5 hours is a long time to be inside an eye.
Yes, the eye of Wilma was very, very, very big,
Very
like
big.
50. I don't know. It was
Slow.
miles or
Slow
kilometers,
movement.
but it's slow movement. Only 4 miles per hour. But well,
Uh,
now the attention is about that Cyclone Winston is. I just cannot believe what happened of that cyclone. I never expected Winston to be a Cat 5. You know that I said that 2 or 3 days before.
Yes.
And now I think I'm going to say that Winston shut my mouth.
Yeah, he did that big time, and along with another
Yes.
person. Also, ADT update, and now the weakening flag has been told to shut down. So no longer weakening flag is now off.
What is
So-
also worth noting in the forecast is that in 12 hours' time, according to JTWC, when it is going to be 185 miles an hour, they say the wind gusts will be over
Oof.
220 miles per hour. In fact, 230, I think that corresponds to 195 knots. So
Hang on a
it
minute, Dick,
will
hang on a
be
minute.
very strong indeed. And it will still be a high-end Cat 4 Super Typhoon equivalent on the other side as well.
Yes.
What did you say the wind speed equivalent of 195 knots was, Nathan?
About
miles
230 miles an hour, I'd say.
225.
Whoever's got the map up from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre, that is not up to date.
It is.
It is.
It is.
The
up to
18,
date.
18,
It is.
the 18Z's,
It is.
the 18Z graphics out.
That's the one I'm showing on the stream right now. David, the one that you're showing is
27.
the earlier update.
Oh, hang on.
You reload the page, it will show up the new one, but I'm already showing that, so that's
Yeah,
that's
so
fine.
Because it's come up with 18Z now.
Up to
Yeah,
190,
so it's
up to 195.
Whoa.
Can I show
Slow
you guys something
down.
quick?
Slowing down,
Uh,
wave height has increased to 40 feet. Jeez.
Let's see. That's
And
from
it is a
30
category 5
38. From 38 to 40 feet.
And it is a category 5 landfall. Only just a category 5 landfall.
just-
In fact, there's two cat 5
It's
landfalls.
going to go in between the two islands.
Yeah.
In fact,
just,
3 cat 5 landfalls. Oh god.
Could I just say quickly, this is the GFS model run. This has been the one that's been the most correct so far. Out of all.
HWRF actually.
Yep.
Oh, is it the HWRF?
Yes, they
Yes.
predicted
Okay.
it a week
I
ago.
thought the
week ago.
GFS had quite a good running on it.
Yeah, like 4 days ago, I think they were on the same pitch as the HWRF.
Yeah, they were
but
they were on the same boat as HWRF after they'd been fighting against the HWRF for over a week.
Yeah, all the models were disagreeing with the HWRF, and now
I mean, seriously.
goodbye.
I mean, look
This
at
is
that.
the latest. This is the latest HWRF model run. You see Fiji passing through Fiji there, fluctuating slightly, holding around about 920 millibars, suggesting a strong category 4
There's a 5 again.
or 5. Yes, that and that it pretty much starts to drop off after that. Storm is fluctuating as it goes through Fiji, possibly maintaining Cat 5.
Does that say 165 or 155 knots then?
It says 155 knots, so that could be indicating higher.
Does that say 170 then at the end?
You do know that
Hang
you
on.
have eight. You do know that you
Oh, I
have
see.
850
Hang on, yeah, no,
millibars
it's
height.
got the next one.
Good.
It has so as of 0, it has 168.6.
Yeah, that's because it's 850 millibar.
Then they
Yeah,
think
good
then they
surface.
think it's 163. 918.
You'll put that down a little bit though. in the end.
166. They think it's going to be 175.
You're looking at
We'll just
850
explain
millibars.
this.
You are looking
What?
at 850 millibar height.
So they're saying that this is going to be a high and southern hemisphere.
10,000
Of course
feet
not.
or something, yes. Maybe not 10, 2,000 feet.
850 millibars is at 1,500 meters.
I'll see if I can get surface.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, you can scroll down and
Yeah, that'll be a good idea.
press.
Don't
press
scare
that one,
people. Otherwise,
that
winds
one.
will be high everywhere around the world.
Lower dynamics and then MSL and 10 meter wind.
This better?
It's more realistic. It will be.
Yeah, that's the correct.
At least we're not scaring the living daylights out of people.
I think
There's
they've
Category
underestimated
5.
that a little bit, though.
We've seen Cat 5 there. There's Cat
133
5.
knots. That one doesn't have Cat 5 on that model run.
But then it's 12Z
Still be on
and the
there, being
18 set.
aggressive.
The 18 set should come out very soon on that one.
I put on the
Yeah, stand by for that.
FTL.
I would not be. Oh god.
Is that John
Have
still
to-
here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Has
that's
the,
Johnston.
GFS model run on it.
But after that, take a look at the CMC, see what they predict, because they predict of Tonga.
I believe Jason is now getting ready to leave us, and now, he's getting ready to say.
Guys,
saying-
Hi, Jason.
it looks as though passes through. Yeah, goes head south. It looks as though that they could be expecting another major secondary peak.
Yes.
Actually, I think that'll be the tertiary peak now.
Yeah, but
How many peaks has he had? He's had 3.
I think he's
Yeah.
peaked. The first time he peaked as a low-end category 4. Then there's this peak. I think.
Actually, Winston
Go
reached
and take-
three.
Winston
Michael.
only peaked first time as a category 3.
No, I think Winston reached like 3 times category 3 status.
Yes.
So it maybe it will be his 4th or 5th.
It would
peak
be a 4th,
intensity.
yes.
Right.
But look at the
Category
CMC
3
model,
first,
model, Michael.
3
Let's see what they
second,
say.
3 third, 4, 5 peaks. Good lord.
Potentially.
Who was the
This thing's been
last
around for a
storm
while
to
now.
have multiple peak intensities?
He's had more peak intensities than any other storm I've tracked.
Maybe Isabel? No. Had a lot of peak
There's a
intensities.
particular storm in the West Pacific a long time ago that I can't remember the name of anymore. That peaked lots and lots of times.
The one you will have it is southwestern Pacific is the one. Michael.
Yeah, what are the
What?
rumors going on about that they're going to try and rename the storms from cyclones in the South Pacific to typhoons?
What?
Yeah. And we've been going
Not heard of
about
that one before, Craig.
it.
um,
What's going on about that one for that there's been that they could change it from cyclones to typhoons, which really will not work.
That'd be
Oh,
quite
God.
bamboozling to say the least. Things you
Yes,
say.
it would.
John,
Saying-
go ahead.
could how long has Winston been around? That's what I want to
Winston's
know.
been with us for
7th.
oh,
Since the 7th.
great, Ram! You've just decided to break them.
14 days. I mean, that's 2 weeks. That's probably this thing's probably going to add a huge ace number to the
Yeah.
to the season's total. I mean, that's probably at least 50 or 60 ace.
It's the only basin that's really been active in the Southern Hemisphere this season so far.
South Indian's been.
By the way, just a question.
It really has.
Who thinks
Oh,
that
God.
Winston could rival the record of Hurricane John?
Oh, Jesus.
That's
No.
impossible.
Now you're really asking.
That's
Now
stretching
you're
it.
asking
John
too
lasted
much.
for
It's just a serious question because they're saying that
Um,
Winston could be around for another good week and a half.
Nathan
I
Mayhem.
doubt that.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to
some-
drop off a cliff as soon as you get
some-
south of New Caledonia.
Some model runs just do
You
have
never
that.
know. John?
It lasting a whole month is doubtful. I mean, John lasted a whole month. I mean, I know this from the
31
the
days.
narration
It's your
that I did.
name.
I don't know. I did. I know. Yeah, very funny. I noticed from the actual the narration that I did for Hurricane Week. I
Yeah.
did my research. So yeah, I mean, this thing, I'd say at the most will probably be around for at the final tally 18 to 20 days, if that. I mean, I think Katrina, Victor, Cindy lasted longer than this.
Nah, Eula lasted longer. With her peaks.
Oh, goodness me. Well,
Too many peaks.
we're coming up to the end of another hour here on Force 13 Live. We'll be back again in just a few moments. We're going to go away for a while, gather our thoughts, and come back with the next hour of coverage on Winston as it approaches Fiji. A serious situation unfolding, of course. Category 5 storm, 165 miles per hour winds forecasted to become 185 at a potential landfall on Fiji's northern island of Vanuatu. We'll be back in just a few moments at the top of the next hour. See you there.
Good.
You're watching Force 13 Live. Force 13 live. It is 9 p.m. UTC. My name's Nathan Foy. Hello, good evening. 9 p.m. here in the UK. 9 a.m. over in Fiji, where Cyclone Winston is bearing down as a Category 5 storm and could develop further yet. The forecast is for 185 miles per hour as it strikes the main islands. A rather worrying situation on those islands. Joined by the Skype team this evening, who will be joining me in the coverage of the storm and what it may well do very soon. Guys, hello, good evening.
Evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Hi.
And in a moment, well, there's our space. There's everyone in the room.
So funny.
Yeah. David is screen sharing just what we were showing during that interval there. The latest JTWC track map. Any other comments on that, guys? Just actually want to point out the cyclone warnings in effect for the whole of Fiji. If that was not apparent, that is currently the case.
Should be warnings all over there because these, even though the winds might not pick up off the most southern islands, still will be rough seas, and all of the islands are in danger.
Here's a webcam feed right now. David, do we know where this is?
This is the southwestern side of the big island of Fiji, the circular one. These
Intercontinental resort.
So this is going to be near Nadi then, probably, right?
Yeah.
So one of the last places that will get hit by the storm, and it already looks like that. Who knows what it looks like on the east coast of the other island, Vanuatu, because that's where the storm's about to hit very soon. It's a matter of hours, and not many hours either, until the worst of the storm passes through that area.
And looking at that webcam a few moments ago, I actually saw two people walking around there. So.
That's the Force 13 website homepage right now, showing the latest information. David, anything you'd like to point out on there?
Since our last live broadcast, Jason has over here in Perth, WA. He's undertaken a major restructuring of the site, and for those that are viewing the stream and also looking at the Force 13 website, we have some new features on it. We have a couple of extra icons, just for Skype. Anybody that wants to engage with us, just click on the Skype app icon, and it will open up to the application. And the pop-up message, launch application. So, and Nathan, Fool 13 is the account. And then we also have another link to one of our members'
this is Marcel's
Instagram.
work.
Yes. So
Marcel Lamon, who often updated that.
Yes, and I only became aware of that over the last week. So we go back to the main page, and we have the warnings. I should also mention that all the information on the website is fully automated, and these are the warnings.
I think there's a
Nathan,
glitch.
John, is that you?
I'm sorry. Hate to interject here. I think there's a glitch on the page because Winston's appearing as an X and not a Category 5
Is it?
icon.
Yes. Jason was pointing that out, that the website broke partially because of 165 was kind of interfering with the Cat 5 logo for some reason. He couldn't fix it.
Something
It
technical.
broke in the surprise of Winston becoming a Category 5.
It wasn't
Well,
ready.
Yes,
back-
it wasn't.
Cat 5 extra tropical.
the background operation top marks to our technical guru, which is Jason.
Shows the warnings
Nathan,
there as well, David. Do you want to read those out?
is
Shall
that
I try and
accurate?
read those out?
If you want,
Are they-
Nathan, go ahead.
Are they the latest ones?
Well, warnings, I mean, pretty much the whole of Fiji is under warnings, but we'll read those out anyway. But as a general rule
Well,
of thumb,
I'm
the
going to
whole of
leave it for you,
Fiji
my friend.
is under warnings. Just looking on here now. Yeah, a storm warning in force for Lakiba, Oniata, Mosi, I have no idea, Como, Namuka, Nayau, Ogia, and Vanuatu even. A gale warning remains in force for the rest of the Lao group, that's part of Fiji. Tropical cyclone alert in force for the Lomai Viti group, Kadavu, eastern half of Viti Levu, and Vanuatu. That might be out of date actually, because
I think it may be out of date.
yeah, because there's warnings over the whole of Fiji now. I'm not sure if any other countries are still under warnings. Tonga possibly.
Yeah.
But you get the idea with that at least.
Yeah.
The main island of Tonga is preparing for Winston if it decides to hit there when it curves around Fiji, the main island of Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
It's still possible.
Nathan, would you like to have a go at that information?
Oh, what are we looking at? A strong wind warning remains in force for Vavau, Harakai, Nirafau, Niutoputapu,
There we go.
Tongatapu, and Ua.
Eula.
And
Yeah, it's good.
breaking in, this will be updated. No, hang on, what have we done? 7:30 a.m. Okay, the Tonga Met Office. The next update will be 1300 hours, so 1 p.m. local time. So they have actually cut back on their advisories. So that's
Yeah, that would
the
make sense. It's
Tonga
moving
one.
away now, David.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, John.
Yes. I have a burning question, Nathan. I'm just wondering, could Winston become the strongest storm in the southern hemisphere by wind speed?
Yes, it could.
Because I think only
You'd be
I think
very
Pam
foolish if you rolled that out.
even Pam and
You said South
no,
Pacific, did you?
South Pacific, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't count Monica then.
Discount Monica. Ding.
Well, the South Pacific
but,
base.
but no one knows how strong Cyclone Mahina really was.
And
But the official numbers
No.
are one.
and also the storms in the it's not in the Atlantic Ocean. We will never know. Well, Tip had actually had a plane flown into it, but still.
Yeah, I mean, just to let everyone know on the stream, what we discovered with 1973's Typhoon Nora. It had a central pressure, not a central pressure actually, a pressure of 877 millibars recorded in the storm. Wasn't even at the centre of the storm, and 10 hours after that observation it was still 894, so who knows how far down it could have gone in between those times as well.
It could have gone down to like 860s.
Who knows? Remarkable to think about, but we will
Yeah.
never know, unfortunately.
Actually, it says on Wiki 877, and then maybe even lower.
It would have
Says it.
definitely been lower than 877. Just how much by? We really have no way of knowing.
There's no
unless
way
we
to
can-
estimate.
Unless we can triangulate where the plane was when that was recorded, which, again, unless we ask someone who was in it, we won't know.
Well, I'll
So,
take a guess. I'll take a guess of 870.1.
That's
Yes.
really good. It's really accurate guess. including tents.
Just a piss off tip.
Yeah, well, I think Patricia already did that with the NHC's kind of mock update, I'm going to call it.
It was a silly update.
So I call it a mock update. But it's silly.
No basis at all to say it was 872, but there we go. That's
But that is a discussion for another time.
Debate
Like,
13 next week.
Yeah.
That's next week on Debate 13. Patricia's merit as its numbers are. Never mind, I can't say it.
Oh, I need John to do the voiceover. With a trailer for it or something. Hey.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, Zoe and I think Pam were only 160 and 165, I think, respectively.
Pam's 165
Yeah, Zoe was only 160.
and sub 900.
Yeah, it was 896, I think, for Pam.
Yep.
So Winston could easily beat the wind
Actually,
speed.
Zoe was 180.
180, really?
Oh,
Ooh,
Nathan,
I didn't know that.
just an important point out here. Sorry, John, for me interrupting.
problem.
Winston is now taking a more northward track now. It's tracking northwest. It is now looking like it will now slam, and I mean slam, the second big island of Fiji directly.
Well, do you
Some
want the
also
very bad
category
news or the
landfalls.
slightly good news?
It could be. It
I
could
don't
just be
care.
a-
The slightly good
No.
news is it won't get to 185 if it makes landfall.
Okay.
The
What's
very
the
bad
second?
news is that it will make landfall, if that's the case, Craig.
Yes, probably the first landfall maybe a category 5. Second landfall maybe pushing cat 5. But still, it's going to be catastrophic for both islands. He might be seeing multiple category 5 landfalls for all we know.
Well,
It's certainly looking like it's intensifying already.
It's made
It's
landfall
still
on
going.
the tiny island, so certainly. As it is, the JTWC forecast is just on the screen right now, predicting to become obviously 185 miles an hour. At that point, when it is 185 miles an hour, it will be only 66 nautical miles from Fiji's capital, Suva. So 66 miles, not all that much. Could be hurricane force winds there.
A storm doesn't have to be really big to cause a good deal of damage. I mean, for
That
a set of
is
violence,
really
it
well
is.
defined.
Yeah, we've learned that with Andrew, I think.
I mean, if the storm hits the right spot, please, this is just me saying this. I mean, it could cause a ton of damage if it hits the right spot. It just, if it's a small storm like Winston is. I mean, only small fluctuations in its track will cause a different path for the damage. At the same time, I mean, if it has a huge deviation in its path, it could completely miss, but I guess it's doubtful at this point.
Yeah.
ADT update said now saying 902 millibars, 146 knots,
What's
and 7.7 raw T. Center temp's now -1. Don't believe that. I think that's warmer. Cloud region's -78. I'd say that's probably just about right. Maybe a little bit colder.
Has anyone got the latest imagery on that? On the very good imagery that we had with the pink outlines in the centre.
And also, just to point out, there's another island in the middle of Winston.
Would anybody like to have a comment on that track?
I did see that. I didn't really
It's
take it
hard.
in, unfortunately.
It's hard to see because of Winston has made so many turns. So, well,
It's to go to another.
JTWC is favouring more turn to the south rather than southeast now.
well,
Well, look at the UK.
There we go.
Has it tracking in between the two islands, then it's going to do a curve, come back down, then do a curve back to the north.
How far down does it do that?
at almost where it was when it was tracking down. That's
Oh,
25 south, is it? Up
The
there.
27.
Whoever's screen sharing, could you just stop at the latest frame there?
Okay.
I think that's 20.
Stop. Maybe we got the latest frame.
So who's screen? John, are you screen sharing?
Yep. Here we go. It's latest frame.
Oh, all right.
2030 UTC, that image.
That's not showing the latest frame, John.
That is the latest
No,
frame.
it's not.
Not the one I'm
Not
looking
latest
at,
frame.
unless there's a terrible lag or something.
Yeah, I
Possible.
think the NOAA imagery has a horrible lag.
Oh, goodness. Well, oh, there it is.
What's
Okay,
it?
we got it, we got it. That's the latest frame. That's looking very, very interesting. That is a fantastic donut shape
That's a
there.
beauty.
Now,
That still looks annular.
now it does again.
Somewhat.
It has sort of reverted a little bit, but the hint of that second eye wall appears to be fading. Oh, there's another one, and that is just a little bit of work needed on the south and southwestern sides until it becomes Andrew or Andrew Plus.
I'm gonna stop screen sharing. You may not need to find the stop screen share button.
And there's all the team's faces. Some of them. Some of them
Exactly.
have faces. And Craig's face looks like a twirling little circle. Calm down, John.
And
That's all I'm
funny.
seeing on it.
and Nathan, I'm just going to ask you why you have your Pac-Man face.
He's having background sound,
Because you
Caesar,
did.
so
You started that trend.
By the way,
I started.
maybe Mike should be angry at his camera not working.
Yeah, something like that. This is Force 13 Live. If you've got any questions for us whilst we're on air, we are here to help you get these questions answered. Or comments that you'd like to give to us, just send them in on the chat section of the YouTube page. If you've got anything that you'd like to see on Facebook and Twitter, you can do so. Look for Force 13 all in text. Or on Skype, you can add Fool13 FOOL13. In the meantime, Winston 165 miles an hour, pressure of 914 estimated. Warnings, cyclone warnings for the whole of Fiji, self-explanatory as to why. Guys.
yeah.
Nathan.
Cesar.
I'll
Yes.
be right back.
Oh,
Oh.
well, there's John out of the picture. Cesar, is there anything you'd like to say at this point?
Well, I'm just watching it. Some of the most intense tropical cycles in the South Pacific Basin, and currently, by the estimates of his pressure, Winston is the it's the seventh most intense tropical cyclone in its basin. And if he continues his further intensification, maybe could be one of in the top 5 or top 3 of most intense tropical cyclones in its basin, or maybe surpass Pam or Soe. But well, I can't say anything today. Sorry, right now. It's too early to confirm it. But yeah, Winston is one of the most intense tropical cyclones in its basin so far, and could be more.
All right. Well, that's Cesar's take. Not much else to say at this point, because there isn't any new information. We're either looking for intensity news, which is a bit quiet at this point, for a few more hours, or any news of what's actually going on the islands, but that will probably be sketchy for quite some time, especially if communications lines get severed and all of that. But we still have those live feeds somewhere. I don't know whether anyone could show us that, for instance. David,
Did Craig drop out?
for the time being.
Bring it up.
But hopefully Craig will be back.
I'm back now.
We know his connection can be quite temperamental.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're aware of that. Someone's
And
trying to
tell
screen
me,
share.
tell me when it.
Oh,
when
we
you've got
see it, yeah. So there's one part of Fiji. Is it sunny there? No, it's sort of half sunny, I think. Maybe the edge of the storm starting to cast its shadow over the western part of Fiji. The eastern side will of course be feeling the effects of the storm quite noticeably already. But those trees are swaying. Quite breezy, but not significantly so yet, I don't think.
People outside there.
People
you
on
can
the
see as
beach.
well.
Enjoying their last moments of the beach before the cyclone arrives, but it's very dangerous. The storm surge is so strong at this moment, I think.
And storm surge will become very critical because the high tide, I'm not sure what the high tide is. I did mention about 5 p.m., but that was, I think, Tonga. I haven't got the Fiji tides, so 40-foot waves. So
It's actually low, approaching low tide right now.
yep. So it'll be.
I think it's, what is it?
RAM has not updated imagery yet.
Yeah, I know, it's
No.
broken. It's broken still.
It's been broken for
Sadly, when
a long time.
the times when we need it, it just fails on us.
Ridiculous.
Unfortunately.
Maybe they're hiding it from us.
Yeah, because
Oh
this
no,
storm is.
sniveling. Fools.
Yeah, because this storm is from Harp.
Hardy har har.
Let's not go there.
Yes,
I will be
please.
keeping an eye out just in case anything does update on there, because the latest enhanced infrared imagery was from today, so gives me hope that that might update if there's a new image that comes out. I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. So peak tide, it should be 5:04 p.m. Fiji time. Fiji time. That is, yeah.
So around 8 hours from now.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Nope.
I also heard that Winston is slowing down, I think, in terms of forward speed.
We don't see that right now, but after it goes between those islands, I reckon it will slow down a bit. Yeah.
Guys, I want you to have a look at this track.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Let's see.
That's a nice shape. Lol.
Yeah, it curves back towards the southwest again. Yeah, that's sort of what the GFS was showing, only that the GFS curls it back towards the north a little bit, but not enough to regenerate. I think that is a somewhat likely scenario, David.
Yeah. I think probably New Zealand will have the extratropical of it.
But
No, we'll see.
I'm not sure. I think it might curve off to the southwest. Towards nowhere. David.
Towards the middle of nowhere.
Go on, David.
Michael, when he was doing the models, it showed it tracking up
Yeah.
towards Australia. I'm not sure whether this is it.
That is like 180 hours south, so that could change. But we'll see.
Now what's this? Jasper, can you help me?
That's
GFS was predicting that.
That's CMC that you're
What?
looking at, David.
Tracking up. tracking up into the Coral Sea. No, hang on, sorry.
But what you're looking at right now is curving
That's
around
not-
Fiji and then moving off towards the southeast, which is sort of what the HWRF was thinking of, but a bit further south. Not long ago.
Kind of like something Cyclone Evan did, kind of.
But the reverse, I guess. Yes.
But so we'll get out of that one. Okay.
What would you say is the frequency of storms like Winston hitting Fiji? What is the frequency of Fiji storms?
Well, a Category 5 hitting Fiji has never been observed in the time that we've known Cat 5s, which would be about, in the South Pacific, only about 50 years maximum. Even Cat 4 landfalls have been exceedingly rare.
Landfall.
Evan grazing the coast as a Cat 4 would have been the strongest. After that, it would have been 2 storms in 1985 that hit as Cat 3s.
So they haven't had tropical cyclones that were hit direct landfalls in almost 30 years. 40 years, even.
No. Well, depends how strong you're referring to, but...
Anything above cyclone strength.
Category 1. Well, they have a few of those.
Yeah.
But Fiji, yes, is not very prone to severe storms.
Like Newfoundland.
I guess.
Just
but not
kidding.
really.
I was kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding, by the way.
Fiji
you said that.
might be more comparable, maybe to Bermuda.
Yeah, Bermuda, yeah. I was
That's
making a
the
joke.
only one I can really... Oh, maybe Hawaii, I don't know.
I was making a joke about Newfoundland because Newfoundland gets hit with extratropical remnants.
I mean,
all the time,
Hawaii's
I
never
think.
been hit by a Cat 5, but it's been hit by one Cat 4.
Maniki.
Yeah, so you could draw quite a good comparison with Hawaii, come to think of it.
Yeah.
But Hawaii have had much less landfalls, full stop, never mind of
You
any
can
strength,
compare
but
New
there you go.
Zealand to Newfoundland in terms of tropical cyclones, almost.
Well, let's not bother. Now,
Yeah, let's not bother.
Is it, David, is it starting to rain in that image there, can you tell?
I think it has rained, but it's stopped right now, I think.
Certainly getting blustery over there.
Yeah.
I'd say the winds are in that picture at least maybe 30 miles an hour, if that.
Maximum.
I think there's some time before the worst hits that. I think the northern island of Fiji is about to get
Wrecked.
heavy rain and strong winds now.
So what's the wind speeds apparently sustained at this very precise moment in time on that part of Fiji?
Mm-hmm.
How strong
Nice.
are the winds?
About 30 miles an hour maximum.
Of tropical depression.
Nathan, I'd say that would be a few raindrops. Looking at the camera, it looks
Yeah.
like it's got the water streaks, so probably
think
drizzle.
Yeah, I think the
Or it could
camera
be sea
lens
spray.
has been. I think the camera lens has a
Yes.
few raindrops on it, so it has rained. But now it's clearing up a bit. But it's
I
going to-
remember.
Oh yeah, the sun's coming out.
Electronic eye drops.
Mhm.
Lots of people enjoying themselves on the beach. Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe they're
Yeah.
thinking, oh,
but
is this all?
just take that until a couple of hours time.
We always comment about this when a storm's approaching, whether it's been in the Philippines or wherever we've done storm tracking. There always seems to be a few who do it.
Mm.
Adrenaline junkies.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a couple
Now-
that could,
Can somebody tell me what this one is?
Well,
I'm not doing against the storm, but
probably
as-
only a disturbance, I would suggest.
Now that's Tatiana? Is that?
No, well, I don't know.
yes,
Could be associated with that Tatiana.
it's X. It's
Tatiana.
low, and guess where it's tracking?
Away from you.
But I've got a second one. I've got one to the east. I've got one to the west of New Caledonia.
Yeah.
A week low, but this is tracking up into the Solomon Sea.
This one's more stronger. This one's got more prone likeliness to develop.
I'm just curious, what's the warm core asymmetrical symmetrical graph on this storm?
Probably a warm core, I'd hope.
Oh.
Certainly looks a warm core storm. The hell?
You suggest you expect it.
Oh.
Okay, there's something else. That looked more interesting.
There we go.
Actually, David.
There we go.
Never mind, we'll go here. That's the current storm, Winston.
And repeating earlier news, sea surface temperature is above 31 Celsius.
Oh, jeez, it's a lot.
Oh,
About
that's
31.
fuel the fire. That's fuel the fire.
JT,
There's
yeah.
Those temperatures are similar of Hurricane Patricia and months ago.
Yes, but if you think about it, Cesar, this one's got probably a lot less time. Maybe you never know. Probably, but definitely looking like it's got a lot less time on its hands. You know, to intensify. It's running out of time.
We don't, we're not sure what the JTWC is going to say until it's 21 Z advisory.
No,
Which
it's
is out.
midnight.
Oh, it's midnight. That's the next one.
Yep. Midnight advisory. Nathan, can I just quickly screen share this very quickly, see if it's working?
Go ahead.
Just to kind of point this out very, very quickly, because I have been looking very. Yes, if it worked. I'm pleased to say it is because I've restarted.
does.
You got it.
Yes!
Goodness me.
Okay. Alright then.
Here you can put. I'll zoom in even further. Here you can definitely see the purple line, Category 5, Winston. There's another island there, right in the firing line, just as Winston is probably about to lose Category 5 status. But still a Category 5 landfall nonetheless. There's definitely one landfall from Winston, only just, but the eye is definitely crossing over. There's possibly even a second landfall, but by the looks of it, I'll zoom back out here.
That's TSR, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tropical storm risk, not really real people. And if you look here, you can actually see, follow the eye, you see it shoots towards this island here. If you see it in the last couple of frames, it is now starting to track upwards and onwards. But maybe a slight change of direction.
Oh, Marcel's returned.
By the way, Craig, you see Nadi there? South of Nadi is where the webcam feed is. Yeah.
But there's definitely a Category 5. But look at that eye. That eye is very well defined. It's reminding me of Pam during daylight.
Guys,
That's
you
not
remember?
good.
You remember I told you guys about that? I'll do an advisory for 2100. This is the advisory that I put on my update, which I had. I have upgraded the wind speeds. Cyclone Winston as of 2100 UTC. This is only my own estimates. This may not be true. On the 19th of February 2016, storm was located at 17.7 degrees south, 179.3 degrees west. I had winds of 175 miles per hour and pressure of 900 millibars.
Unconfirmed.
This is unconfirmed. That's just my advisory.
Officially, 165 though.
Oh!
But it could well intensify to as much as 185 in the next 12 hours. We will be watching.
It definitely does look like that. Seeing as how the eye is looking more and more defined, it looks like it is intensifying even further. Unfortunately.
It's just the only reason I upgraded it. It's just the storm looked really good.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, in my mind, it should have been a Category 5 long before this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But you were saying this, Craig, Cat 5 when it was 85, right? A few days ago.
The JTWC is lollygagging.
when I was saying it was about tropical storm maybe just becoming a category 2, pushing cat 3. I was saying category it could become a category 5. Sadly, I'm not taking any credit that I called it. I'm not saying I did call it. I didn't even know it was. I didn't even expect it to become a category 5. It was just unfortunate that it has become a category 5.
I'm just looking at the RB top imagery right now. It's shown on your screen. It does appear that the cloud tops have backed off slightly. Could return looking at its structure. The structure is looking better, though the cloud tops aren't as good. But having said that, Monica did exactly the same thing when it peaked.
Back.
The cloud tops were less high, but its organisation and structure looked better later on when it reached its peak. So could be bad news.
Because it is getting smaller, so this could be... It could, for all we know, it could be at its peak already. Or it could even be stronger.
One would hope it is at its peak and weakening.
Yeah, obviously, but sadly it doesn't look like weakening there. Unfortunately.
Not enough,
But-
no.
But the thing is, if he's trying to do what Monica did, then the thing that's concerning me is that what wind speed will he be when he's at the midnight advisory? Will he be stronger? Will he not? Will he be the same? I hope he's the well. I don't really want to say the same, but I don't. It's hard to really put it without offending anyone because, just trying to think of the words to put it into context and into suitable context, really. It's definitely it looks like it is still intensifying. And dare I say, I don't want to say it. I think it may be 175 because there's no such thing as 170.
So you're now agreeing with Michael.
And me.
Ah.
I'm not sure about air
That
pressure.
is a first.
Michael will probably go with like 200.
No.
No,
That's the voice of
Whoa,
Hank, by
very
the way. Good evening. Afternoon.
It's yeah.
Martinez says, could Winston be the Katrina of the South Pacific?
I think
That's
it's the
how-
Andrew of the South Pacific, Martin.
Yeah.
So did I.
Pam
Yeah.
was the
I think-
Katrina. Pam
Yes.
was Katrina of the South.
Yeah,
Pacific.
Pam is definitely the Katrina.
Dunno.
Zoe, what could we
Dunno
compare
about
Zoe to?
Wilma, maybe?
No.
Sometimes
Wilma is not comparable with nothing.
Sometimes you don't have to compare.
Cesar, there's one storm that is actually very close to comparability too.
Ugh.
Guys. Can I quickly just do a recap on what's happening at the moment?
Sometimes
Oh,
things
damn
don't
it.
need
No.
any comparison.
No,
Nathan?
a lot of things do.
Sometimes things just don't need comparison. Let's say
Well,
one of
if
them.
it is
Exactly.
quick.
Nathan,
There
I'll
is.
just do a quick
there is,
recap.
yeah.
Let's go do a quick recap on what's happening.
What do you want to tell us?
So just if there's any new viewers watching, Cyclone Winston is a Category 5 with winds of 165 miles per hour and air pressure of 914. Storms located
Expected
at
to
17.2
intensify.
degrees. Is expected to intensify as well. Winston is located at 17.2 degrees south, 178.9 degrees west. You can see on the like the null school, that Earth null school tool. You can see the storm's getting closer to Fiji now. That point, I think that's more intense part, 150 kilometers an hour there. The storm is looking very good. Sea surface temperatures are sustainable for tropical cyclone development. This is the latest graphic from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. Has 145 knots, 165 miles an hour. Expected to intensify yet more, possibly getting to 160 knots, which is 185 miles per hour. On oh my god, sorry. Still not going to become a divorce. Thankfully, not going to become a Dvorak T8 or Dvorak T8.
That's a good
Thankfully. Thankfully, yes. Although there are gusts into that intensity. Possibly, we could be getting gusts as high as 220, maybe 225 miles per hour as the storm passes through.
If it intensifies.
Overestimations.
Yeah, that's
If it
if
intensifies.
that's if it intensifies. Because if it makes a direct landfall, that will weaken the storm.
Honestly, that
But
is
now-
not an overestimation if it does do
No, it's
what
made a slight turn.
JTWC forecasts.
It has made a slight turn to maybe just a very, very slight jog southwestwards again, so he's straining up again. Good grief. He's wobbling left, right, and centre.
Yeah, can you see on here? It does look like Winston is fluctuating slightly.
Yeah, I've got a better view that I've been showing on my screen. We're looking at the same thing, Michael. Talk us through it.
It looks very good actually. Well, not good for Fiji, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Of course.
Satellite presentation, yes.
Yeah, it looks very good on a satellite presentation. It does remind me partially of Haiyan.
Oh boy. And
It's
everything
just-
else does
it's-
too.
Yeah,
Michael,
No, it's
I've got a
just
question
because-
for you though now.
Stop.
No, it's just because, guys. It's just because.
There you go.
It's just the look of the actual how the core is shaped out.
It's not
Michael,
Michael,
quite
so-
Haiyan.
just stop.
For me, that does not even remind me of Haiyan. Doesn't remind me one blade.
Needs to
of
be
it.
a
No,
bit
it
bigger
does.
yet, Michael. Now, I've got a serious question now. Michael, do you think it's intensifying even now?
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
That is the start. That is a very stark words from the team. That
Now you can see
the,
I
on
would-
that
I would
imagery.
By Nathan, by now, I would have to have put it up to 150 knots.
I wouldn't personally. You can see on the imagery there that it is made a direct hit on 2 of those islands. Landfall unsure, because to be a proper landfall, the centre of the eye has to pass over the islands, but a direct hit nonetheless. The eye has passed over at least 2 of those islands, it appears, and more will be
The
on
eye's over
the way.
1 at the moment, Nathan.
Yes, right now.
I'm sticking like with 145 knots.
like the Navy being very conservative.
Yeah, we don't need to scare these people enough because we've already scared them plenty.
It's just by the
No,
presentation.
we
that's-
haven't.
I don't
we-
think
it's just
it is
like-
conservative.
Guys, just by the presentation, I would have. That's all. That's why I'm saying 150 knots. Just by the
I
presentation.
don't think it is conservative because you guys would say that every single Cat 5 was 175 or 180 miles an hour.
Oh really?
Yes, you would.
But
Oh,
at this time, guys, it doesn't matter because it's still a Cat
No, it's a
5
Cat 5.
nonetheless.
So yeah. So once again, quickly saying, Winston confirmed yes, Category 5, the first of the 2016 season worldwide. Oh my god! I hate
still
that.
think it's T1.7.3.
T
I
what?
think.
Whoa.
7.3.
T1.
Very funny. I meant T7.3. I still think
Yeah,
it's
no,
T7.3, which is 165 miles an hour. That's just me. That's just me saying. That's me being constant with the JWC updates. I mean, I don't want to wantonly guess what this intensity is. Because frankly, I think the
just-
Navy's on a very accurate estimate to what the storm's intensity is.
Just very
in my opinion.
quickly, in other news, Cyclone Uriah is weakening,
Let's go
now
over that.
down to 40 miles per hour, located at 25.3 degrees south, 78.0 degrees east. Wind speeds 40 miles per hour, air pressure 996 millibars. Storm's pretty much dead from here on in. Just to say
Korea
about
is
it,
dead already.
yeah, just to say about it, we did actually
Dang.
think at one point that storm would also be a 5.
Then again,
She fluffed her line.
To be honest, out of the two storms, we probably, all of us as a team, would have preferred for Uriah to become a 5 because
Uriah almost got the cat
Uriah,
5, but
it's just also because of Uriah's. Uriah was out to sea.
you know
Winston
what
was about to
stopped
make
it from
landfall.
you know what stopped it from becoming a cat 5.
What?
One, I was on vacation and it wanted to be nice, but secondly, it got a bit of diarrhea. Now, moving on.
What the
hell?
Hang on.
What the hell happened?
Diarrhea.
Uriah the fish to here.
Let's move on.
Thanks trying to talk, guys.
David, go ahead.
Can you cancel your screen share, please? Because I've
You
got.
you don't need to. You can just.
What I
Dave,
consider breaking news. All
Yeah.
right.
David, cut right in. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're clear.
Okay, tell me when you've got it.
Yeah, we'll have it shortly. There it is.
we
Okay,
go.
go ahead.
Okay, this has just been posted. Northern Division evacuation centres for Tropical Cyclone Winston. I'll just... This is where the evacuation centres are. I'll magnify it.
Is that shelters where people can go to?
It's the evacuation centres.
So these are all, I assume, in Fiji.
Lambasa.
Mostly schools. Not completely.
I think there's some churches in there as well. If you go further down.
Colleges, school.
So
Two churches.
There's
a
one
church.
village church. So
Yeah,
this
it's back to
has just become available.
Oh, there's Kia.
Ah. Care District School.
And then there's school, college, and then another 2 churches.
So if David, I don't suppose you could put out a link to all this, if possible, so that anyone who knows anyone in trouble could forward. You could forward them at all.
Now where are we?
Just post the link. Post the link in the call chat, and I'll post it onto the YouTube chat.
Again, just to say quickly, a note to anyone watching in in Fiji. Just to say that with what Dave's talking about, actually, Dave, I was wondering, could you post that? If anyone actually from Fiji is watching this now, and they haven't got to a shelter, could you actually post that into the comments, so they can actually
Yeah, that
see
might be a
that?
good idea,
They
David.
Get to
Okay,
an
I'll bring
evacuation
it up.
centre.
Already done it.
Oh,
I tried.
Good on
to
Well
get
done,
to it.
John.
you typed
It
in
wouldn't let me.
evacuation centres.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wouldn't let me post. Move any web addresses
Yeah.
or try again. I'm gonna have to put
Try
it in quotations.
separating it.
No links in YouTube comments.
I'm gonna
So-
put it in quotations.
No, that's right. It'll have to be the entire list.
Well, there we go.
It's Facebook page.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to break
If
this
you guys,
up.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Do that. Coming up to 10 to 10 here in the UK, 10 to 10 in the morning in Fiji, and it's going to be a long day, I expect, with the storm passing over the islands. I would say not long at all, looking at this latest imagery, in a matter of 3 or 4 hours until landfall in the northernmost main island of Vanuatu. I believe that link has been posted. Very good. John, Marcel, anything you'd like to say at this point?
Apart from ow.
What about?
About Cyclone Winston.
In that case.
You know what is the point of attention this moment.
Yeah.
Ow.
I will not playing
Anything.
against the storm at all.
Say anything about Winston.
I think that that all people in Fiji shall be warned about that storm.
Well, they are.
Shades 401 says any live cams from the scene, only ones on the other side of Fiji. I don't think we've found any that are on the storm side, guys. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But at present we haven't really found any near the storm's landfall.
I'm reporting from the comments section here, and one of the guys are asking. I think Shades 401 asked.
I just said that, John.
Sorry.
Open your ears.
Foolish.
Outrageous.
There's a blooper.
Well,
Foolish.
it was literally just okay.
Calm down, people.
Foolish.
Marcel.
Let's not lose our composure here.
This was a moment he'd want to forget.
Thank you very much for pointing that
But I
out.
need to control myself. I'm the point of.
Cesar, any recent observations from yourself?
Well, I saw actually that I don't know if it was already mentioned, but Winston actually could be one of the. Well, if the forecast is correct and Winston reached the 85 miles per hour wind, and it should be the most intense cyclone ever in the basin about wind speeds, and. So I think it was mentioned already, but no, not all. I haven't done more observations.
Here's
for
the
now.
latest Vorak IR image.
Doesn't look as good. Why does it look
Yeah.
like that?
I don't know.
I'm surprised. I thought it would
Cloud
look
tops are warming a
better
little
than
bit.
that. Yeah. Interesting.
There is one
also
other
have I have the SST ISO bars on here as well. That's what they're called. Sorry.
Yeah, we can barely see against the black and white there.
Yeah, 30 though. They're still sitting in 30-degree water.
30-degree waters plus. Yeah.
There is some good news, guys.
Okay, go ahead.
There has not been any reported deaths as of yet.
Well, it's not
Oh,
here.
give them a minute. God, the storm's just about to leave them.
I mean, they can't really see that when the storm is right over those islands, these small ones, so they can't really go there and check it out. So
Michael, I'm not sure if this is the time to see if the storm has a body count.
Yeah,
No, it's just because the storm's over the area and people could be going out to see it.
Just if anyone's
We'll
watching,
discourage
please
leaving the house if you're in the path of the storm.
just stay
Yeah.
indoors. Be
I
smart.
think.
It's not
Stay
worth it.
indoors, get some popcorn, stick a film on.
There've been no
That's
power.
Michael's way of seeing through a
houses.
storm.
yeah, if your house is
Actually, there
under
would be
count,
actually.
Michael,
Go to a hotel, 26th floor,
Yeah.
popcorn TV. There you go.
but Michael,
Well,
what if your
I'm
house,
In the elevator,
God's
please.
sake.
Michael, what if your house is destroyed by the winds? What are you gonna do then?
Yeah,
Then there's
not
no
a
popcorn
good
and
idea.
TV watching.
Guys, we're going to take a break now because we're coming up to the end of the hour. We'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes' time with our 5th hour of live coverage of Cyclone Winston. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to talk about. Guys, if you've got anything to say, just hang fire, gather yourselves, and we'll be back in a few moments' time. See you soon.
Wow, that hour passed very fast.